Yeah, it takes me to a YouTube site.
Yeah, something. It'll take a second here. See if something shows up.
Why don't you guys go play downstairs for a little bit? No, let's take a break, okay? Banana bread? Okay. Yeah, now I can see.
What can you see?
Whoa, I can hear me. Why can I hear me on your computer, on your phone?
Because it's you can probably hear it on the computer. What do you see on the computer?
I see Get Your Money Right, talking points of today's webinar.
Okay, good. I'm gonna mute myself. See if you can hear me through the computer. There should be a delay though. So let me know when you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you see this chat session?
Okay, so let's go downstairs.
Leah, can you see anything on the screen?
It says stop broadcast, and I have a bunch of screens open.
Can you see the chat session on the right?
Yes, I can. I don't know how to write in it. Yes. Hang on, I'm helping there.
Leah, can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see the chat screen. Yeah, and now I can see the talking points of today.
I think I'm just going to start at 4, and I think it should record.
Do you want me to hang up and just watch you through the computer?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to start right now. You guys should be able to hear it. Okay, bye. Okay, we're going to get started. Hope you guys can see my screen. I appreciate you guys being on. This is my first webinar, so we're going to work through some technological issues here. But yeah, today I want to talk about basically getting your money right. We're going to, and these are some of the talking points we're going to go through today. If you guys, just for sake of communication today, if you guys have questions, go ahead and text me, 320-443-5116. Most of you guys that are on today have my email or my phone number. So yeah, just let's go ahead and just text me back and forth, and I want to make sure I answer your guys' questions as we go through today. So I think there's about a 15-second delay. So when I'm talking and then you guys say something, if you were to be able to talk back, I won't be able to hear it for a little while because there's a delay in the communication. So all that being said, why don't you go ahead and reach out, see if you can just text me and let me know you're on, and we'll get started. So today we're going to go over a current analysis. We're going to look at what you guys are currently doing, what you're currently making, what you're currently doing for work and having for income. And yeah, you guys, so get out a pen and a pad, and if you're sitting with your significant other or your spouse or your accountability partner, go through it with them. So we're going to look at, today we're primarily focusing on the financial part, but there's 4 areas. There's health, there's career, there's physical, and then there's financial. So we'll talk about those, and that'll be some homework and exercises you guys can do on your own. If you guys can't see the screen very well, let me know. I'm just texting out here. Some people are letting me know they're on here. All right, we're going to talk about setting some 10-year goals. The ideal scene, hopefully I spelled that right. Scene. And some of the mindsets that you need to have when you're striving to hit your goals and build a successful life. And then we'll dive into a little bit of practical stuff about, what are you guys currently doing? What should you guys be doing with your money, and how does this all play into building wealth? Some cash flow patterns of the poor, the middle class, and the rich. And I'm just texting again here. Okay, so we have a few people on here. We're going to keep rolling. And then basically at the end, and I want to keep this around 30 minutes or so. I mean, it might go a little longer. But yeah, just let me know. And then this should save. And then we can send out the replay as well. So let's jump into some current analysis. Get out your pen and pad there. And this is just what you're doing currently, right now, today, not the future, not the goals. So yeah, what are you guys currently making per month? And this is household. If you're watching with your, if you're by yourself or with your family, do the household income that you live in. So what are you guys currently making per month? And I'll just kind of pause so you can have time to write this in. And then moving on, and you don't have to get super exact. If you guys are Excel spreadsheet budget people, don't have to pull that out. Just estimation. How are you currently making that income? So what I mean by that is it passive? Is it active? Is it a job? Is it a salary? Is it hourly? Is it commission based? These are all going to play into some areas when we start talking about how you're going to increase your income. So go ahead and write that in there. How are you guys currently receiving that income? And if you have multiple streams of income, go ahead and put those in as well. We want to take into account your total income, and then we'll go from there. So then the last question on this page here, what are the areas of my income that I can control? What I mean by that, as you start taking control of your finances, control of your life, that's really all we want to focus on, is things that we can control. It's way too easy, and I hear it all the time. Well, I'm maxed out at this job, or I can't make any more money. So I want you to think outside of the box a little bit. And what are some ways that you can make some more money, or what are some ways that you can control your income at that current job? You don't have to jump outside, a different flow of income right now. Just think about your current income that you have coming in, and how, areas of that income that you can control. Meaning, if you work longer, if you sell more stuff, if you raise the rent, whatever it is, what are areas that you can control to manage that income? And like I said, guys, go ahead and shoot me a text if you have any questions, or if this is coming through fine, or if you need any changes, just keep me posted on that. Thank you. Okay, moving down to this one here. How can I increase my current income? So now that you've identified some areas that you can control, now think how you can increase that income. That same one. If you're at a job, or if you have a salary, what are ways that you can increase that one? And I'm not here today to tell you specifics. I want to ask you some questions to get you thinking. Because when you get in the mindset that you want to increase your income, which you should be increasing your income constantly, that's the number one reason that you want to be investing and focusing on this, is so you can increase your income as you go through your life. So in your current situation with your current jobs, how can you increase your flows, or not your flows, but your income at your job, or if you have two jobs, or whatever it is? So jot down some of those. And then last question here, how can I increase my flows of income? So now it's, maybe it's a whole different job, or it's a whole different investment, or it's a whole different avenue, or you start a business. I'm just throwing ideas out there, but think practical in your life. How can you increase flows of income? And maybe it's within that same job. Maybe you're salaried, but then you go to your boss and you ask him, just be blunt with him. Hey, I'm looking to increase my income. Don't go begging for a raise you didn't deserve, or maybe you did deserve it and you should go ask for a raise. But maybe there's something else going on in that same job that your boss will let you get a commission base on, or something, or a referral base, or maybe you refer products or whatever it is. So just think outside the box, maybe jot down some ideas that are applicable for you. Maybe it's picking up hours. Some how about now, guys? Let me know when you can hear me now. Got a couple no sounders, still no sound. Tell me there's sound. How about now? Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, I think we're back. Excellent, excellent. Okay, 4 areas of focus. So we got the personal, go back through. I don't want to repeat myself too much. So go back through, look at your current snapshot of your personal life, your family, your relationships, your lifestyle that you're living, your health. Look at your current situation. We talked about the financial, and then career. Talk how are you feeling with your current, how are we feeling with your current job and current income, and basically just rate yourself today in these 4 areas. So this is something you can do together or individual, and then we'll jump on. So 10-year goals, guys. 10-year goals. What I want you to do is, and I'll put this in here, list out for these 4 areas, what is your ideal scene? And we're going to talk about this in a second, but your ideal scene, what is the best case scenario that you can envision, or not even that you can envision, but if you knew you couldn't fail 10 years from now, let's go financial first. What lifestyle would you be living, and how much income would you have per month? Don't limit yourself here, guys. You're going to have to expand your mindset a little bit here, because 10 years is a long time. So to live the lifestyle you want, or, how much money would you want coming in? So let's do financial, and then go ahead and put a 10-year goal for your personal. How about your relationships, your family, and the lifestyle that you're living? How's your health in your ideal scene, your perfect world? How's your health? We talked about finances, and what's your job look like? Are you happy? Are you doing what you're currently doing? Did you start a business? Did you venture out? This is your perfect world. Tell me about it. Write it down. Write down your 10 years. Once you have the 10 years, then I want you to backtrack and say, what does 5 years look like? So basically the question you need to ask is, what do I need to be doing in 5 years in order that I hit my 10-year goals? You can be practical. You can be, it doesn't have to line up exactly, but just try to picture it. If I'm going to hit my 10-year goals, what does 5 years look like? Then after you write down something for these 4 areas, mostly focus on financial today, but on your own time, some talking points. I want you to go through and jot down some of your personal health and career goals as well. So, and then the last one I want you to do is, if you're going to hit that 5-year goal, what does 1 year look like? What needs to happen in the next 1 year in order for you to hit your 5-year goal so you can hit your 10-year goal? That makes sense, guys? Let me know if it doesn't. But this is just a nice goal setting. I'm sure we've all done goal settings, but the reality is I've been sitting down with clients here for a couple years, and you'd be amazed, and maybe you're struggling with this goal setting right now, but you'd be amazed at how many people are so caught up in the day-to-day that they can't even envision what tomorrow, what next year, what 5 years looks like. And for some of you guys that have lived some life, you kind of know time flies by. So if we don't address what our ideal scene looks like and what we want to happen, a lot of times, 10 years goes by and we're like, okay, this is not how I envisioned it. But the reality is we never did envision it. So take a second here, look at 10 years, look at these 4 areas of your life, and jot some goals down. Like I said, I'm not here today to dive into each of your individual life or lifestyles, but I just want to get you guys thinking. So then jumping into the ideal scene, that's what basically sometimes people, I get this a lot with ideal scene. I get this a lot, hey, I don't need much. I'm simple. Money doesn't really matter to me. I get that. But that's why I want you to ask yourself, who would you or could you be helping if money wasn't an issue? I know a lot of times we justify and say, hey, I'm not really interested in money. I don't need a lot. I'm very simple. But think of who you could impact or who you could help, So in your ideal scene, how much money would you like to have? How many people would you like to help? Let's say you're kind of stuck on that. I don't need a lot of money. Well, if you wanted to help a lot of people, how much money would that take? If money wasn't an issue and you just had it came pretty easily for you, and you did, and you had enough. How much would you like to donate or help other people out? How many weeks? So these are just some questions. They're not, you can jot these down, mostly just talk about it a little bit. This is mostly financial, but then in your ideal scene too, go back and ask some questions about what you would like to do with your life 10 years from now or so, in your personal and your career and your health. So yeah, just address this ideal scene. I like this because a lot of times before I use this ideal scene question with my clients that I sit with, it was harder for them to visualize. So the ideal scene is saying, if you could, and there was nothing that could stop you, what would be a perfect world for you? So hit me up with some text messages if this makes sense, if you need me to clarify more. So all the stuff we've been talking about so far, guys, is just getting you thinking a little bit outside the box. So good. Let's dive into. Oh yeah, and I got one more question. How much time would you like to spend with your family, etc.? I know that's important to me. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing now, the day to day, it's so we can free up time so I can spend more time with family, with parents, with my children, grandchildren, etc. down the road. So yeah, if it's hard or you're not really grasping the concept of why you need extra money, or why you want to shoot to be successful, maybe do it for somebody else, do it for the kids or the family. So ask yourself some of those questions. Let me know if that makes sense. This I just copy and pasted from an article I was reading by Lewis Howes. He put some of this stuff in. Mindset is huge, guys. Sometimes when we start out, we literally don't have the capacity to think big, to think about 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, just because our mindset is very, very small. So when you're read books that make you think outside the box, make you think bigger, make you think about concepts that you wouldn't even have an understanding of. So, I mean, this is just one thing. If you're going to shoot for success, these are some of the mindsets that get people, make people kind of give up and quit on themselves, quit on their goals. They expect fast results. They don't believe in themselves or stop believing in themselves. They get stuck in the past. This is a huge one. Failure for people that are successful, they think about failure totally different. They embrace failure. They know they have to fail, and they just get out there and fail a bunch of times, correct it, fail, and before they succeed. Whereas people that don't ever get over that hump, they fail and they're like, well, I tried that time, it didn't really work. Or my friend tried that and it didn't work. They're stuck in the past, and they're not constantly looking, what can we switch and move on. Dwell on mistakes, fear the future. Fear paralyzes them. They know that they could fail, so it stops them in their tracks. They resist change, give up their power. They believe in their weaknesses. They dwell on their weaknesses. Maybe they've been told they weren't good at something. You guys back? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?